Hello everybody, welcome to 40ish Unfiltered. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Laura Mishcon. It is Tuesday, so it means we're dishing the feedback from Thursday's main show. Your comments, your emails, your DMs, your LinkedIn. No one talks about this show on LinkedIn.
Well, we finished the last show talking about LinkedIn and I threatened to talk about it on another show, but...
There's nothing to say. Unless you want to tell me about your promotion or your sideways move to another branch of your company, I won't care.
If people are looking for a job, not everybody loves their job and they move around and it's, it's
Is it the job hunting? I thought it was just like a networking place.
Yeah, but there's a big recruitment element to it. Huge.
How do you know that? What are you looking for another job on LinkedIn? Because I'm not on there. Are you like, hi, I'm a podcaster. I'm sick of my podcast partner. She's a fucking nightmare. And also she's like dumped me for her puppy. So can you
She has dumped me for her puppy and her million holidays that she's about to go on.
Oh, my million.
Yeah.
So can you just find me another job in
yeah.
podcasting? Is that what you're doing?
Another job, just another partner, because someone who is actually available to work would be really helpful. Thanks.
Wow.
She's got to have good bants.
Cruel. That's cruel. Good luck finding that on LinkedIn.
And she's got to play paddle.
Oh, she's got to play paddle.
Yeah, I might be doing a paddle podcast. You don't know. Anyway,
Correct. Yeah.
If you want more 40ish in your life, listeners, and of course you do, because who doesn't, then please hit that follow button. And we invite you to become a subscriber exclusively on Apple Podcasts. All you have to do is go over to Apple Podcasts. You will see our subscription. And when you subscribe, you get early access and you get ad-free across both this show and Self-Care Club.
You lucky fuckers.
You lucky fuckers. And then you don't have to be interrupted every 5 seconds with adverts.
Of LinkedIn. No, I don't think we do LinkedIn adverts, do we? I don't know. Maybe we do.
You don't know what adverts we have on our show. Don't even pretend you do.
There was one for like Lululemon leggings, and I thought they must.
I think it's the only advert you've ever heard.
That's your algorithm.
No, it's not my algorithm. It's not.
I mean, I don't wear.
We're not talking about how podcast advertising works on here now.
No,
we're not. Because the thing is, you don't have to have any adverts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you come over to our subscription,
you have to listen to them.
And we would love you to be part of the conversation. We want to hear from you. Your emails, your messages, your rants, your midlife meltdowns. We want to hear all of it. You can email us hello@40ish.co.uk.
That's the one.
So please come be part of the conversation. What's your midlife meltdown?
Oh, it's so annoying. So annoying. I had to do a blue job over the weekend because Ollie's away.
I don't like how you define the blue and pink
jobs. I know you don't, but let me live in my 1950s paradise.
Is it a paradise?
At home.
Is it a paradise?
I call it a paradise because that makes it easier to deal with the fact that I'm living in the 50s. Okay?
But you don't have to live. You're choosing to live in the 50s.
I set it up that way. We're 28 years in. It's too late to change the dinosaurs now.
He could empty the dishwasher.
He does empty the dishwasher.
Okay.
And he does other blue jobs. But he wasn't here. So I had to do the blue job. And the blue job was a watering system. So we had this thing set up last summer where like the pipe runs around the garden.
Yeah.
And you just turn the garden tap on. It's
called irrigation.
That's the one. You just turn the tap on, set the timer in it. Anyway, the tap was leaking. The whole thing broke.
They always leak.
Oh.
They always leak.
So I thought, you know what? I'm an intelligent modern woman. I can deal with this shit myself.
1 minute she's living in the 50s, the next minute she's an intelligent modern woman.
When I have to be. So I ordered a new thing, a new system. I even got the right batteries, Nicole. And I did have to order the correct batteries. Fitted them. Then set up the whole thing. What time do you want it to go on for? How long do you want it to water for? What time is it now? I did the whole thing. It took me 3 minutes. It was so easy. Then I have to screw this thing onto the tap. 2 days. 2 days.
What was?
Trying to find the correct hose attachment. If there are any men listening to this show, I mean, honestly, hose attachments, are you born with an innate understanding of the correct hose attachment? Because it floored me. I had to stop on day 1. Day 2, I thought, come on, you've had a night's sleep, try again. I could not do this. I could not do this. It sent me round the twist. Everything leaked, nothing fitted. It was a nightmare. So you know what I'm doing now? Using a watering can. I've had this whole thing fitted and I can't use it. I'm so annoyed.
I'm so not surprised that you're using a watering can. No one is surprised that you're using a watering can.
I had to.
Also, it's raining today, so
Good. Thank God, it saves me a whole job. It's like a whole thing, walking around the garden, like watering everything every day, and it's been hot. Oh God, honestly, it sent me doolally.
can I just say,
Yeah.
I mean, there was no way that you were going to get this working.
I was so nearly there.
Well, but you didn't.
I was so nearly there.
didn't.
No, I did get it fitted, but it leaked.
But you didn't.
It leaked. Then I got I went on YouTube. I went on ChatGPT. I even, and this will impress you more than anything you've ever heard come out of my mouth, took a photo, uploaded the photo into ChatGPT, and then it told me what to do step by step. I used plumber's tape. Excuse me, have you ever used plumber's tape? Bet you haven't. You've used tit tape, but I bet you've never used plumber's tape.
I've used tit tape.
Right, I've never used tit tape, but I used plumber's tape. I put in the rubber. I did every single thing I was told to do. Still fucking leaked. I've given up, waiting for Ollie to come home. Then he'll fix it in 3 minutes, and then I'll be really annoyed and also really happy that he does blue jobs. It's a double-edged sword. Do you know what I mean?
Full circle moment.
Yeah,
Full circle moment.
yeah. That's my meltdown. It did send me into meltdown,
Right.
and it was hot.
Let me tell you my meltdown.
Please.
Which is to do with you.
Oh no, what have I done now?
It's not what you've done.
Oh.
It's what you haven't done.
Oh,
It's just endless. I mean, I am so pleased that you just said that you use ChatGPT, because that gives me some hope that you are finally
I was desperate. I was
moving
desperate.
into, the modern age.
I tried to use Google, it didn't help me, so I thought I've got to try this ChatGPT thing. So I did. I was pleased, didn't I?
I am pleased,
Yeah.
but
What have I done? Not done what?
I was driving here, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah.
And you got here before me,
Yeah.
and there's very limited parking.
Yeah.
And I tried to, it doesn't matter. Anyway, there's very limited parking. You took the space.
We're not in our normal studio, we should say.
We should
Yeah,
we?
that would
We are
help.
not in our normal studio,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
So the parking is different.
Yeah, the parking is different.
No one cares where we are.
I'm just saying, others would be like, what's wrong with her? She drives there every week, so why can't she
We
figure
don't, we
out where
walk
to
there.
park? Oh, yeah, we walk there, yeah. Well, anyway.
No one is thinking
They might
about
be.
how we get to the studio. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck how we get to the studio. They got their own shit to worry about. They're not worrying about our commute. Just FYI.
Anyway.
No, we should say, don't forget to say, we should say that we're not in our normal studio. We should say. Okay. So
Yeah.
you took the parking
Yeah.
space. So then I called you because I knew you were in reception, and I
Yeah.
said, can you ask them where I can park? So they said, park on they've got like a courtyard. But I didn't know how to get into the court. It's complicated.
It's very complicated.
I didn't know how to get there. So you said, just go to blah, 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 blah. Is what I heard, right?
Yeah.
And it was 12 o'clock. Our
Yeah.
recording time started
Yeah.
at 12 o'clock. So I was
Yeah.
getting a bit like, I just need someone else on the phone. Like, Lauren is never going to sort this out. Anyway, so then I'm in my car.
Yeah.
You start reading a map to me, telling me.
Someone was showing me a map.
You just need, this is what she says to me. You just need to drive out of there, and then you need to look for the yellow door. And it's opposite, there's a big M. I'm like, we're in the middle of King's Cross, right? I mean, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. In the middle of King's Cross.
Yeah.
You told me to go the wrong way.
Did I?
You said turn left, doesn't matter. Anyway, then you said, I know what I'm going to do. You were so sweet. You were trying to be so
It
helpful.
was because I hate being lost.
Here's my meltdown.
Yeah.
I wasn't lost. I wasn't lost because I knew I was.
You weren't lost, but you couldn't find us.
I didn't know how
Yeah.
to get to the courtyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a pin of my location. Now,
Yeah.
bearing in mind about the hose
Yeah.
and Lauren's ability with tech, and
Yeah.
that, she did go on ChatGPT, so there is some hope. And the minute you said, I'm going to send you a pin,
Did your heart sink?
I just thought, I'm never going to find it. I'm never going to find it. But you were so keen So keen. You said,
Yeah.
in fact, I'm going to walk to the front of the gate.
Yeah.
So it pins my exact location.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting in the car. I'm by some traffic lights. I'm waiting in the car. I'm waiting in the car. I'm in the middle of York Way, right? It's like a big one-way system.
Yeah.
I pull over.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for her to walk to the front of the gate.
Yeah.
You get to the front of the gate. And she's chatting to me all the way to the front of the gate. And you like chat. And then you get to the front of the gate and you're like, how do I do the pin? I'm just thinking. I said, can you just put me on the phone to the other woman?
No, then you were like, press the cross, go into what? I was like, I don't know where it is. It's in WhatsApp. Press the cross.
She goes,
what cross?
Do I go into Google Maps? I mean, you can, but that won't help us right now.
Press the cross. Like, there was no cross. Then I pressed the cross and it just gave me your phone number. And then I was like, I don't know what to do with this now.
So, it was the willingness, which was so sweet, but the utter incompetency on the other end of it was just like, I just don't know how much more I could take of the lack of technical ability.
But can I just say,
Look at you looking at me
I
with
know.
your big doe eyes.
then you kind of figured it out for yourself. And while I was waiting
Because,
for
like,
you,
well, I'm going to wait in the middle of the one-way
No.
system of York Way for the rest of my life.
but while I was waiting for you to drive round, I got chatted up by this man who stopped his car and pulled his window down
Oh, yeah.
to say to me,
What did he say?
hello,
Hello.
you are much more beautiful than my wife. That was what he said to me. Hello, how are you? You are much more beautiful than my wife. Which, in retrospect, is really rude and extremely disrespectful to a woman who's presumably dedicated her life
To
to
him.
him, their home and their
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
And I said, thanks. It was willing.
Yeah. It's important.
Should we get onto some feedback? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the friend who was lying about being on Ozempic?
Oh, yeah.
Remember her?
Well, we don't know if she was lying. It was an assumption.
Yeah,
that
it was
she
an assumption.
lying.
She dropped like 10 pounds
Yeah.
in a few months
Yeah.
or something crazy, right?
Well, £10 in like, yeah.
Yeah. So Perry and Pissed, that's a great TikTok name, said, as somebody who actually cut carbs and...
Perry and Pissed is a great name.
Yeah. As someone who actually cut carbs and walked more and lost exactly 0 pounds, I feel this deeply.
Same.
The lying is the problem, not the
Same.
jab.
Yes.
If she owned it, she could empower other people, but instead she's here acting like she's got abs from peppermint tea. Rude.
I agree.
Yeah. My friend dropped 10 pounds. It turned out she had cancer. So I would say to this woman, don't always assume that it's Ozempic.
Oh
my God.
God.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
HF says, keep your mouth shut, but raise your eyebrows loudly, repeatedly, every time she mentions green tea. You are not crazy. This is
I
gaslighting.
don't know if this is gaslighting.
What, to say, oh, I just had like cold showers
That's not
and loads of
gaslighting.
walk. And...
That's not gaslighting. That's not gaslighting is making you feel mad in the process and making you doubt yourself about what you think. That's gaslighting. That's not gaslighting. It's about her.
She's just a liar.
Gaslighting is when someone turns the light off and you say, why did you turn the light off? They go, I didn't turn the light off. You're mad. That's gaslighting.
Okay, thank you for the explanation.
There's a whole lesson for all of you on what gaslighting is and is not.
Lorna Likes Cheese says, I lost 8 pounds last year by accidentally getting food poisoning in Spain. Where's my award? Just saying. She's setting everyone up to feel like failures when really she's got a pharmaceutical BFF. Lie about your age, not your meds. Okay. Fair enough. Point taken. Feet. Summer feet. People have things to say about feet. I'm 48 and I already have a bunion. Oh my God, as if perimenopause couldn't get any worse.
Do you know, sometimes I think perimenopause couldn't get any worse, and then it does. So I've stopped saying as if perimenopause couldn't get any worse because there's no depths to how much it can shift and change your physical everything.
Mental, spiritual being.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Everything's on the line. Everything's up for fucking grabs in the perimenopause. It's not funny.
It's like
not
a
funny.
gladiator war.
It's not funny and it's not fun. And it's not clever. So I don't know what you're
Just
laughing
stop that
about.
behaviour right now.
Yeah.
With Lauren's M&S obsession, I'm amazed that she isn't actually looking forward to wearing the old lady foxglove shoe collection one day.
I'm with her. I'm with her. No, you're not. Stop thinking about it.
I was giving it a deep think. Am I looking forward to that? No.
I went for dinner with some friends the other day and they referred to you as being like an old lady.
Yeah.
As in, because they're big listeners of the show.
Yeah.
And I said, she's not really like an old lady. I said, she ramps it up, but there is nothing old about her, just so you know. Yeah. I said, she's actually very naughty.
I had 2 conversations about you with people the last week. It was very interesting. One man, this was his exact conversation. How are you? Fine.
Does he listen to the show?
How's the podcast going? Great. I've stopped listening to it. I was like, oh, okay.
Thanks for the support.
Thanks. And he went, it's funny you two. It's funny you two. You're funny together. Thank you. Have you known each other all your lives? No, we haven't known each other all our lives. It's like, you're the good cop and she's the bad cop. I was like, really? Is that the vibe you get? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay. Anyway, he stopped listening, so he doesn't know who's the good cop and who's the bad cop.
Good cop and bad cop in what respect?
He didn't specify. That was it. Then he moved on to talking about Spain. So
Why has he stopped listening? Wanker. What's that about?
I don't know. And then had another conversation.
He doesn't want to hear about my smear test.
Apparently
How rude.
Not. Apparently not. In my kitchen, where I don't know why. I don't know how we got onto this conversation, but this woman said to me, the thing is, she said, Nicole may look a bit more scary than you, but she's not scary. You're the scary one. I was like, oh, she's like, if you met the two of you, you would think that she would be scary, but you're the scary one. I was like, okay, am I? Am I scary? I'm not scary. They were like, yeah, definitely scarier than her. I was like, okay. Do you think that's true?
I'm sorry, I got really stuck on she looks scary.
Yeah.
I actually
like if you met us both in a dark alley.
I actually didn't hear much after that. Why do I look scary? Because I've got a
Scarier
sharp
than me.
haircut.
Yeah.
I'm not scary.
No, scarier than me.
No, they said she looks scarier than you, which means I look scary.
No, just scarier than me. Like if you had to pick which one of us was mean. But I'm the mean
either
one.
one of us look mean.
But I'm the mean one, apparently.
I don't think either one of us look mean, and I don't think either one of us are mean.
Who's scarier?
I think me. Don't you?
I mean, I would naturally have assumed that.
Well, I've got a shorter fuse than you. So there's that. But I think we're both pretty friendly, aren't we?
I don't know. I think what she was saying was like inwardly, I'm much more mean.
She knows you. She doesn't know me.
That's true.
Do I look scary?
I don't know.
Listeners, I would like your input. Do I look scary? Does Lauren look scary? Who seems scarier? Why are we scary at all? I don't want to be scary.
I would like to be scary.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Bit. Just a bit.
Why?
Because I'm a pussy.
You are not a pussy.
You called me a pussy last week. I am a pussy. It's fine. I don't mind.
You're not.
But I need from the outside to
You're
look
not.
a little more like
You're
toughen up.
You're tough enough. Do me a favour.
Okay.
I mean, you ask Ollie or anyone that's seriously close to
Ollie
you.
does think I'm mean, so
Right.
Yeah.
So anyone that's seriously close to you,
Yeah.
myself and your husband.
both think I'm mean.
I don't think you're mean, but I don't think you're
a
tough.
pushover.
You're not. You're not a pushover. You just let certain things slide. There's a big difference.
I think I am pushover some of the time when I shouldn't be. And I really should have learnt that lesson when I'm closer to the one F word than the other F word. By F word, I mean 50 and 40. I just don't like to say it out loud.
That was a weird sentence.
I know.
Come on, let's get back to some more
I'm
feedback.
going back to the feet. No excuse for minging feet. Just go to the salon. I got mean, I kind of agree with that.
No, I'm sorry. Well, if you can't afford to go to the salon, but you can also
Then buy shit at home.
You can buy some very cheap feet kits on Amazon that will cost you like £8, and they do actually really do the job. Because I had that problem in COVID.
Oh yeah.
And so I bought like an at-home pedicure kit. It really wasn't expensive, I promise you, and it's lasted me all this time.
What's in the kit?
It had like an electric pumice, not pumice, like an electric,
like an electric sander.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. It had like I was going to say an emery board. I mean, is that not old? A nail file,
Yeah,
aka an emery board.
Yeah.
Wasn't the emery board like a metal one?
Yes.
I don't know. I just had shit in there. It was a long time ago. It was COVID, man. I can't remember.
COVID,
man. You ask me difficult questions. I'm in the perimenopause now. Everything's changed. I can't remember COVID. Did it even happen? Did I dream it?
Did we all dream it?
I had estrogen then. Life was better.
This is DB Sus says, my so-called friend joked that my promotion must have been a diversity hire. We did not stay friends for long after that.
That is a terrible thing to say. That is a terrible thing to say.
That's special. Book Babe says, I used to engage. Now I just nod and smile and let their comments fall into the void. Compete with me in kindness or not at all.
So hard to do.
Peace sign.
It's so hard to do that again and again and again and again. Well, it is for me anyway. It takes its toll. My friend and I always laugh that like we've both got the same limit. Like you can push me and you can push me and you can push me and then you're like flick me and then I fucking explode. And she's exactly the same.
Like a landmine.
Little bit. No, well, because you can stand on me quite a few times and I'm going to let it go. But then the final time, I'm done.
I'm feeling like Princess Diana when she visited the landmines and she was in all like the protective gear. I could see you in that outfit. It was like a white jumpsuit with a helmet. I could see you in that. Walking the landmines of old war
I'm not.
sites.
I'm the landmine.
I know you're the landmine.
You should be wearing the outfit.
I don't know if I could pull that off. I feel like it needs structured underwear underneath it, you know?
Well, I don't need structured underwear. How very dare you?
I said if I'm wearing it, I need structured underwear
Oh, I
under
can't
it.
remember what she was wearing.
No, it was like a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Very loose white thing with a
Why
helmet.
do you need
thing.
structured underwear?
Because,
then?
you know, otherwise you would just look like a blob. Or I would look like a blob, like a Mr. Blobby blob in like a big suit. You'd need like, you know, bra under it.
So underwear.
Yeah, underwear. Just basic underwear, yeah.
Hold on. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't
You'll
understand.
have to Google it.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was iconic, and then
Yeah.
Prince Harry went, and
Yeah, exactly.
recently.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
What I'm lost on is the fact that I need the structured underwear, but you don't.
No, I said I would need the structured underwear.
But why? If it's loose, why do you need structured underwear?
Because then it just all looks too loose. Then it all, like, you need some shaping underneath it in such an outfit. My bet
you're walking landmines.
My bet is Diana had a bra on. I'm actually going to Google an image of that to have a look later. But I bet she did. I bet Princess Diana had really nice bras.
I bet Princess Diana always had good bras. I was actually thinking about bras the other day.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking that I really need some bras. I really, really need bras. I really resent buying bras. I find them quite expensive.
Very.
And I never know what bra to buy. I never know what size I am. I'm just done with bras.
I mean, we did a whole self-care club on
I
bras.
know, and I look so much better in a bra.
Well, yeah,
Like
most
a
people
proper
do.
bra.
Most people do, but they dig in, they cut in, they're so uncomfortable. I feel like I can't breathe properly. I just want to take it off. I feel very restricted. I didn't used to. This is a new thing. I used to just put on a very much wired bra every day, sometimes a Gossard Wonder bra, all sorts of bras, and I would be fine with that. I wouldn't even think about it. Now it's like a whole mental load.
I know.
What is that?
I know.
What's that about? I don't get it. And what if that happens in other areas of my life?
Like what? Like knickers.
Knickers or
tops.
or like
trousers.
Oh, I don't want to use a hairbrush anymore. Oh, makeup's too much. You know, like what if you just slide into kind of bag lady territory, but you don't notice because the slide is so shallow.
I think I'm sliding.
You're definitely not.
I think
definitely not. You're never without a full blow dry, ever.
But everything feels too much. Not the blow dry. Everything else.
But if you have
Everything
the blow dry,
else-
you can kind of forgive other things. Do you know what I mean?
Everything else feels like a lot.
I mean, can I tell you what I did with my hair this morning?
Your hair looks very nice.
Can I tell you what I did with my hair this morning? I overslept. I don't even know how I did, but I did. And I thought, I just haven't got the time, the energy, the willpower, the mental capacity to wash and blow dry my hair. I literally woke up, put in dry shampoo, did this and came to the studio.
Yeah, but you've got the look. You've got the look.
But the look is hair that really probably should have been washed and dried. This is what I'm saying. It's a slow descent.
But also, I've got really greasy hair, so I have to wash my hair every day. I've got really greasy, really short hair, so it has to be done.
I thought you weren't supposed to wash your hair every day.
Oh, I'm not having this conversation with you again. I don't have the patience.
Is that true? Is it true or not?
Don't
tell me the truth.
have
I thought it was bad for your
patience for
scalp to
anything.
wash your hair every day.
Who made that up?
I don't know. It's like law.
Whose law?
Hair
Murphy's law.
Hair law.
No,
LA law.
it's bollocks.
Is it?
It's bollocks. How? Look at my hair.
Like your hair always looks great, but why do people say that?
Look
then?
at my hair. Look
Yeah.
at the shine on my
Yeah,
hair.
I know.
Look at the
Everyone
gloss
loves your hair.
and the health,
Yeah.
the healthy glossiness
Yeah.
of my
But
hair.
why do people say that then?
So does my hair look like it is? It is not thriving in it. It is the only part of my body that is thriving. Okay, and it gets washed every day.
Okay, so it is
Okay.
okay to wash your hair. I mean, I can't be fucked to wash my hair every day, but it is okay to wash your hair every day.
It is okay to wash your hair every day.
Like even Josh said to me, "Well, I can only wash my hair 3 times a week." I'm like, "Where did you get that from? You're 12. How is this
Where
hair
did you
law?"
get that
I
from?
don't know. I don't know. I need to ask him. I just was like, "Yeah, correct." But why is it correct?
It's
Who-
not
Who made
correct.
up this law?
And I've got greasy hair, so therefore I'm washing my hair every day. I'm not walking around with greasy hair. Fuck that.
I mean, you're lucky to have greasy hair because that means you've still got like hormones and stuff. I think, doesn't it? Doesn't everything get dry
You're saying
when
that
you get
to me.
older?
You're saying that to me of all people. Oh, you're lucky to have greasy hair because you've got hormones. I mean, you're trying to rub it in my fucking face. I mean, what is that?
No, they say like also if you have oily skin, it's better because you have less wrinkles.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah, so it's probably the same for hair, right? Maybe it keeps your hair, like maybe it's good for you. Maybe it's like gives you good, thriving, glossy, good hair. No one wants dry, shit hair.
No one wants dry shit hair.
No,
A lot of people have dry shit hair, but no one wants it.
No one wants it.
What were we talking about? I feel like it's been
Literally
landmines.
Princess
Diana.
Diana's bras, her bra collection.
Glossy hair. I don't know how we do this.
I don't
but
know.
We seem to do it.
Let's go-
And when we submitted for the podcast awards,
Yeah.
we called it podcasting art. Can we get onto a listener meltdown?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like this listener meltdown. I'll be honest. I'll say it at the top. I'm not
Can
into
I read it out?
Please. It's from Vicky.
Lauren and the puppy and my listener meltdown. You're going to give the puppy separation anxiety if you don't leave her. To be fair, she hasn't written it in capital letters, but I just thought I'd read it out that way. I have so many anxious lockdown dogs because they were never left as puppies. I'm just jealous as I'm without a dog of my own at the moment for the first time in my 50 years on this earth. I get the pleasure of other people's dogs 5 days a week, though. Vicky.
Vicky is a dog walker.
She
For
must be.
clarity. No, she has written into us before to tell us that she's a dog walker. Let me just say, Vicky, I have had dogs in my life for 40 years, so I am fully aware of how to raise puppies, of separation anxiety. My mother had a lockdown dog. She has separation anxiety. I've got
a lockdown dog and she doesn't have separation anxiety.
do leave the dog. She is left, and actually sometimes I leave her on purpose just to like go to the post office just so she learns that it's okay to be away from me.
The post office?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying I will run errands,
Sexy.
non-urgent errands just to leave her, just so she's on her own. I do it on purpose. She sleeps in the kitchen alone at night. It's okay, Vicky. Like, it's all right. I have separated from her and it's fine.
To be honest, I think at first you had separation anxiety.
Well, she was very new. And also, This hasn't happened to me before because all my dogs before Barker were like family dogs. Barker's the first one that I raised, on my own. Raised, birthed and raised. And then when they die, there is this thing of like, fuck, dogs die. And then you get a new puppy and you feel suddenly this like thing of like, okay, I've seen one die. I know he was very, very, very ancient and had a very, very long life, but you do have this need to like keep them alive because you've just seen one die, you know? Do you know what I'm saying? There's like a slight
Trauma, it's called.
Is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
you know what? It's okay because we all understand why you would have a bit of trauma over losing your dog.
I mean, he didn't die prematurely or in an accident. He was 16. He was very old. It was his time to go. So it's like it was normal and natural that he died. But then a puppy comes along and you're like, shit, I've just seen the death of a dog and I don't want that again. So I feel quite like focused on keeping this puppy alive and healthy.
And responsible.
Very responsible, yeah. And also she was very young. She was 8 weeks. They're tiny. She's 12 now. She's, coming into her own.
Well, she's been doing that for 4 weeks.
Oh, she's certainly got a personality.
She has. I'm so happy.
She's a confident girl.
I'm so happy she's got a personality.
She's a strong, independent woman now.
I'm so happy you finally have a strong, independent woman in your household. Thank fuck for that. It's about time.
I mean, wow, they are smart, those girls. They are smart girl dogs, aren't they? They watch you, they clock you, they read your body language.
Did you see my story yesterday?
I saw your story and I thought it was hilarious. And it's absolutely true.
I put up that, look, Miley is the judge's dog in North London.
But it was then you did a close-up, like closing in on her giving you the side eye in your own bedroom.
That's what she does. And sometimes I've noticed she does it from the couch now when I'm in the kitchen and she just puts her little paws up and all I can see is her head and she's just watching me. It's like, you know what? Leave me be.
Yeah.
I don't need the judgment for you.
For someone who doesn't speak English, she communicates very clearly.
She does speak English. How fucking dare you?
She speaks English with her eyes.
She speaks English.
And sometimes with her bark.
Yeah.
Like even I know what it is she wants.
Yep.
It's weird that, isn't it?
It is weird.
Yeah, it is weird. And even with mine,
she's
I'm learning
a very good
now,
communicator.
She is a very clear communicator. And mine as well in the morning now. I'm not joking, Josh has taught her to say hello. So every morning he would come down and say hello. And she says every morning, roo, 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 every morning. She doesn't say it other times of the day, just when you come down in the morning. It's hilarious. She talks. I'm going to teach her to say other things.
Like what?
I'm going to teach her to podcast. Then I'll never have to be without her.
What you got to say about that, Vicky?
Yeah,
don't think you're like that, right? We will be back on Thursday with a brand new episode of 40ish. Please keep your messages, your emails, your comments, everything coming in. hello@40ish.co.uk and we'll be back on Thursday.
See you then.